We may not see as many high-end Nokia smartphones available here in the US market. Fortunately, we do get our fair share amount of just basic Nokia handsets that are simple to use. Fortunately, if you're in the phone market right now looking for a decent device, you might want to check out the Nokia 6750 Mural, which is currently available for AT&T. This flip handset boasts some impressive looking designs, specifically the outer trim chrome border. On top of that, it's just a relatively easy to use device that anyone picking it up can use right away. As a basic flip phone, the Nokia Mural is one nice design phone. First of all, we do like the fact that they use this chrome metallic material all around the device. It gives it a general uniform appeal and is also stylish at the same time. In addition, it does attract a lot of fingerprints and also scratches, so just be careful about that. As far as build quality is concerned, the construction of it is quite well. It has a sense of durability to it. It's also not as heavy as other devices, and also just has a relatively good weight to it, so you know it feels quite well. Now, just like any other flip handset, there is an external screen which actually is discreetly blends into the metallic chrome material. On the front, you have the dedicated music buttons to control your music. On the left-hand side, you have your push-to-talk button and also your volume rocker. We had a little bit of a hard time with the volume rocker because it really doesn't separate the volume up and volume down keys. While at the bottom here, you have your 2.5mm headphone jack. On the other side, you have your standard micro USB port for charging and connecting to your PC. And on the bottom, the whole bottom is actually used as the speakerphone. On the back, you have your 2 megapixel camera. Unfortunately, there's no self-portrait mirror or flash. And of course, when you flip open the device, you're greeted to your keypad, which is all flush to the surface. They're evenly spaced and also similar in size. We definitely didn't have any problem, using it as far as navigating. And of course, you have your screen, LCD screen, which has a resolution of 320 by 240 with 60 million color support. When you remove the back cover, which is actually quite durable because it's made of metallic material, you'll be greeted to the battery, SIM card slot, and micro SD card slot. And what really makes this phone stand out is the illumination glow that's emitted by the phone. There's a variety of different colors you could choose from blue, red, green, orange, purple, and pink. Now obviously the screen's bright enough to see, but as far as the keypad's concerned, it's a little bit on the dim side, so we really had a hard time viewing it even in dark conditions. Now as far as the software that's powering the Nokia Mural, it's actually a really simplified user interface, but you can definitely see some of the remnants of S60 with it as you're going through the interface. Now this is your home screen as you start out. When you get to the main menu, you have your different icons which launches different applications. It's a relatively easy experience and just about anyone will be able to adjust into navigating throughout the phone itself. Now the messaging aspect on the phone is just similar to other AT&T phones we've seen in the past. Creating text messages is a simple experience. You could use just the numeric keypad to send your messages, or use predictive text to actually make it go a little bit faster. In addition, you could also insert a variety of things from images, sound clips, and also videos to make an MMS. As far as the email application goes, it's the same exact thing we've seen before with mobile email. There's a specific email client that you can choose from the list where you just insert your username and password to get your email and device. Unfortunately, if yours is not on here, it won't even load up. And finally, the instant messaging application is powered by iOS and gives you AIM, Windows Live Messenger, and also Yahoo Message to choose from. If you do exit back to the home screen, it will continue to run in the background, and of course it'll also notify you if there's any new messages that's been sent to you. We definitely like the media aspect on the Mural. It actually does a pretty good job as far as playing music thanks to the wonderful sounding speakerphone. As you can see right now, we have the music player running, which does display the album, the title, and of course the artist. If you close the display, it'll continue to play, and you could actually use the external controls to actually control the music. And of course, we just like how the organic LED screen does a good job of just showing you what's being played. The web browsing experience can be either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you are. First of all, we're just surprised at how quickly web pages are loaded onto the screen. It took less than 1 minute for our website to completely load up on the Mural. On the downside, though, when you do start to scroll, sometimes the phone locks up, and it seems like it's catching up to what it's rendering on screen. So if you can overlook past the scrolling issues, you might find a pretty decent web browsing experience. Other than that, we found it for the most part tolerable. One area where the Mural performed poorly is the picture quality with the 2 megapixel camera. Unfortunately, images weren't as detailed as we liked. They looked a little bit muddy. At the same time, colors did look washed out. Fortunately, though, if you do use the video recorder on the device, you'll be extremely surprised how well it does, even at its maximum resolution, 640 by 480. Sound is also brilliantly reproduced and has a little great tones to it, so you actually could hear whatever the person's saying. We managed to get a decent talking experience out of the Mural. First of all, whenever we did make a phone call, there was some sort of static background noise, which was actually made more prominent whenever there was just dead silence. Other than that, voices both on our end and our caller's end sounded quite distinct and had a really good tone to it. It was actually really great as far as the speakerphone quality is concerned. It had a great tone and also gives it a lot of strength towards the sound that's emitted by it. Now, as far as battery life is concerned with the device, we managed to get 3 days use out of it before it was completely dead. We speculate that actually the single setting on the LCD's brightness is the cause. There's no way to change, lower or increase the brightness on the screen. And finally, as far as retaining signal strength, we didn't have any issues with that at all. There's no doubt in our mind that the Nokia Mural's design and facial appeal will win over users. But on top of that, on top of just the looks and design, you gotta look at the phone itself. It does a great job of being a media-centric device, capable of playing music and also videos. On top of that, using it for a regular phone does the job perfectly. So right now, even though it's currently available through AT&T for $49.99, it does quite well in being competitive and at the same time being a little bit above than being just basic.